to the, cast my paltry 1 power things and hope it's good enough. So sorry about that little mistake there, guys. We missed a couple turns, but
still plenty of action.
Oh yeah, we haven't moved too much here, which is really different, considering Modern is a very fast-paced format. So.
Yeah, this should be a really interesting game.
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Does Mason have any copies of Path in his hand? It does look like he has at least one.
Looks like Keenan just played a couple of cryptic commands to start the game up. Oh, look at this.
Deceiver Exarch is going to be a great blocker.
Yeah. Unless we decide to path this now, which I don't think that's going to happen.
Untapping my mountain. Leaves me mana for Bolt.
Yeah, I really like it. Yep, going to go ahead and path this thing now.
Keenan has 1 copy of Mountain, 3 copies of Island, and 1 copy of Plains.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
So he only has 1 more basic left in his deck.
Interesting. Yeah, and Mason's on a bunch of these Ghost Quarters, so it could get good against these Celestial Colonnades.
Yeah.
Down to 14, and yeah, Mason's just going to slam dunk these monuments and hope that's good enough. Helixing the bird.
Helix is actually going to be, I think, a great card in this matchup, mostly because it's a lot of life gain. A lot of the threats aren't very big, don't have a lot of power. Again,
how cool is that?
White Mane Lion for 1 mana.
How cool is the White Mane Lion?
Save my guy, make a token.
You don't gain life.
And you don't gain life.
Wow.
That's pretty powerful.
What in the world am I watching today? I never thought I'd see White Mane Lion. Keenan's hand is just flush, though. Just stocked full of things here.
So many. 3 Snapcaster Mage, a Bolt. He can Lightning Helix if he wants.
Yeah, he has tons of interaction. And the game's going to go super long, I think, because Mason just has this monument that's going to do a lot of work.
And I love that he bolted the White Mane Lion here. You don't want that to ever get back to Mason's hand, or it's just going to be really hard for you to beat.
That's a good point. So Keenan playing around some things here. Keenan has no sweepers. So, like, this is going to be really tough for him to beat. He essentially just has to combo out.
Yes.
That's the only way we're going to win the game here.
I mean, the good thing is he has, like, Deceiver Exarch blocks very well. Wall of Omens can block very well. Restoration Angel can block very well. So if he can keep a threat on the table and slowly whittle down the tokens, he might have a shot.
Yeah, the problem now is that Keenan's on 1 Deceiver Exarch, and that's been path exiled.
Yep.
So now what's our plan? The quad Restoration Angels?
Yep.
So we have to find one of the 4 of those and this Kiki Jiki. So I don't know how much time he truly has here.
Yeah, I think he'd really like to find a copy of Electrolyze. He does have 1 copy in his deck, and with these 3 Snapcaster Mages, being able to use them twice would certainly be useful. And he needs to do it before a card like Selfless Spirit comes down.
Yeah, Mason is just like loading up with these Conquistadors now, and the Squadron Hawks are already there. There's just
he also has a Bushwhacker in his hand.
How is Keenan ever going to win?
I mean, he's going to need to combo.
It seems super tough from this point. He needs just everything.
What does this represent? This is 2, 4, 6, 8.
I think it's 14.
10, 11.
I think it's 14 exactly.
Well, he gets a
a token as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 16 then. Might be more. Let's see. Is this Snapcaster enough? Mason's deck is hilarious. If nothing else, and it might even be good.
It very well seems like it's being good. It's definitely doing well at this tournament.
There's tons and tons of card advantage.
Mason asking, "Can I turn my thing sideways?"
He's gonna shake the table as he pushes everything, and Keenan's gonna double path.
So Conquistador.
Path 1 Conquistador. Path 1 Squadron Hawk. I assume the Snapcaster, one of these is doing some blocking duty. And he's just going to take 10, I think.
Oh, man.
Yep. Block. All right. Take 10. I think he took 10 there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Down to 4.
I love the combo of Monument, make a guy, Bushwhacker, give that guy just made haste. Now your Bushwhacker is actually representing 4 damage. Just from that 1 card.
Does Keenan have... Keenan has 2 cryptic commands in the bin, right? So basically here we're on like Snap Cryptic for the rest of the game until we
somehow
combo
win.
and
When he doesn't even have piece A yet.
Yeah, just don't think that's realistic.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, all of this trading is taking place, and Mason has like 8 cards in hand.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. He's like, whatever.
These cards don't matter to
all right,
me at all.
Snap. What's this doing? Are we helixing something? That seems really poor.
I feel like that's what you got to go for, though.
But Mason
really
has a
need
path.
The
Mason has a path for whatever's getting helix, unless it's him. Okay, that makes sense. So Keenan's going to go up to 7, and he's going to go down to 2. Oh, he's blocking here too, so he's going to go to 3, I believe. I think it's 3. I love Mason. Just puts all his stuff on the table and says, all right, go for it. Here's the Serum Visions. Here we go.
What a deck.
I believe Keenan's at 3. Those are both going to the bottom. Those are both lands. And Keenan gotta pick his stuff up. Yeah, I'm calling it a day. So Keenan's going to lose game 1 here to Mason's deck. Mason's red-white value deck, I'll say.
Yeah, definitely red-white. I mean, I got to call it aggressive because it's just putting a bunch of 1/1s in play and then bushwhackering them. But it's definitely a lot of value.
Oh, Ketra's Monument is, like, unbeatable for Keenan at that point. Like, in game 1, how is he beating that card? He doesn't have anything, right?
Yeah, he's really not. You know, cards like Electrolyze are good, but, you know, it's going to get out of hand. He doesn't really have any answer to the artifact itself in game 1.
There's no Abrades. That's my card.
Yeah, a Braid certainly would be good here.
All right, how's Keenan get back in the deck with the sideboard?
He's got a lot to bring in here. So we've got Wear and Tear for the Catcher's Monuments.
Okay.
He's got Is It Staticaster.
Beautiful.
Going to be an all-star. Timely Reinforcements, I think, is a very good card, too.
Okay.
I don't know about Settle the Wreckage, and Ruined Halo can't name tokens.
Yeah, that seems really poor.
So we're not bringing that one in.
Okay. So he's got a bunch of things to bring in. I guess what is coming out? Like Spell Snare seems pretty bad.
Spell Snare seems bad.
Is Logic Knot even worth it?
Logic Knot seems really risky as well. I want all my creatures to block. I probably want Lightning Helix, though I can't really deal with the bounce effects. It's going to be tough to find cuts.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Cryptic Command seems powerful, but it might need to go. It's also possible he just doesn't bring in the Wear and Tears, and he's going to try to counter the Catcher's Monument, but I think that's a terrible plan.
No way.
I think Bolt comes out first, more than likely.
Wow, okay. All right.
I'd rather have the Lightning Helix for life gain.
Okay. All right, on Mason's side, we talked about the 3 Blood Moons. I think that's probably a pretty realistic card to bring in here. I don't know. It's pretty tough.
So, based on Keenan's fetching situation last game, like, he fetched all basics.
Yeah.
So he was probably just playing around Blood Moon to begin with.
And I guess Mason's also going to leave in the paths, so Blood Moon probably not great when you're leaving in path.
Yep.
Because you saw the Exarch, so you can probably assume that there's a combo finish to Keenan's deck.
Yep.
There's a couple Wear Tears, probably not great. Rest in peace. Probably absurd.
Yeah, he brought it in last time when we didn't think he was, even against the Teamer Scapeshift deck, so I assume it's coming in here.
Yeah, and then there's Burrington Forge Tender we talked about. Stony Silence, no good. Blessed Alliance, probably no good. Dust Dawn, Core Firewalker. I don't think that's where you want to be. Core Firewalker is interesting to me.
Yeah, it's close. The Forge Tender, I think, comes in. He's probably assuming some type of Anger of the Gods, deal with bolts and lightning helixes. But, I'm not sure. We will have deck lists for the top 8.
Yep.
You
got to check it out on the website, basically.
Yep, the website will have all that information.
NerdRageGaming.com. We just actually revamped the website. I kind of talked about Keenan as an author for the website, so you can check out his articles there. We also post deck lists for all of our championship trials, like this event, and the championship trial qualifiers. There's deck lists on there, too. The website's beautiful. Check it out and bookmark it, all that jazz. There's always articles and deck lists going up there. So we're kind of in the middle of an overhaul as far as getting new content out. But it's a work in progress. But you should check it out. There's deck lists and stuff there. Mason makes it to the top 8. Definitely going to be there.
Yep.
All right. And it looks like we're shuffling up.
We're going to reset these life totals here.
Yeah.
And hopefully our players will keep 7. We'll have another interesting game. I feel like Mason is favored here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Mason's favored. Keenan has, if he had maybe more Electrolyze, maybe a Supreme Verdict or 12, he'd be good.
It's also possible Keenan can potentially combo quickly.
Sure. Look,
I mean,
right here.
Mason does need to find Path to Exile, and
yep.
those are his only 4 removal spells.
Yeah, Mason's on a quick mulligan. It looks like Keenan has both pieces of the combo here. So yeah, he's in pretty good shape here. So we're going to take a quick mulligan here for Mason.
So Keenan's hand, we've got 3 lands, a Kiki Jiki, an Exarch, a Serum Visions, and I think a Bolt?
Looked like it.
There's
a Cascade Bluffs, and I think it's a Lightning Helix, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if you're new to the series, follow us on Twitter, NRG Series. Check us out on Facebook. All of our information gets posted on both of those social media sites.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks again for everybody for tuning in, hitting that follow button, kind of catch us. We are in round 5 of 7 here, plus a top 8, so we're a little close to halfway done, right?
Yeah, a little under halfway, but a lot of Magic still to go.
A lot of good stuff going on. Mason has his Rest in Peace. Oh, snapped that one off. All right. What'd he keep?
Looks like a couple lands.
And Conquistador was the keep.
Conquistador, yep.
The value train just continues.
I mean, there's a lot of cards in Mason's deck that helps him with mulligans. He can mulligan down into a Squadron Hawk and draw a bunch of cards.
Wow, Keenan has leaving Wear Tear on top, followed by a Wall of Omens. This is a pretty good turn for him.
Seems like a really good start.
Going to go down to 18 here.
It's going to be another copy of Serum Visions.
Looks that way. Yeah, I went ahead and posted a link down there in the chat for you guys. Feel free to check it out in between games here.
Timely
to the bottom?
To the bottom. Interesting.
Ooh. I think Keenan's probably just on the fast combo route at this point.
Yeah, based on his hand, I agree with that assessment.
Well, that's a Kiki Jiki. That is not a Lightning Helix. That was a Kiki Jiki. Hey.
And he does have triple red, so.
Yeah, he's in pretty solid shape. As long as Mason misses on these Path to Exiles. And this is a pretty clear Rest in Peace turn for Mason, I think. Based on the way he kept his hand, I think this is a clear Rest in Peace turn.
Yeah, and he does have a copy of Path in his hand, too. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
He's actually set up quite nicely against Keenan. And I don't think he has a Monument either.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. There's that Wall of Omens that Keenan left up there. Interesting here.
So we're just going for the value tap. I actually like this. You want to keep a Catcher Monument off the battlefield?
Yeah, wow. So Keenan's Deceiver Exarch gone again.
Yep.
I don't. This is where it gets bad for me again for Keenan, though.
I mean, he's got 4 copies of Restoration Angel. He's got Wall of Omens to help find it. You know, based on Mason.
He has a Resto Angel in hand, I believe.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's real good. He's not going to get any value off of it.
I don't think that matters at this point.
Yeah, if Mason goes for the tap out here, it's certainly bad for him.
Yeah, and I think he just, Mason only has 1. Yeah. Okay, Ranger of Eos, that doesn't matter.
And Keenan is
He shows it to him.
I have the combo. Yep.
Goodness. Welcome to modern, boys and girls.
We haven't seen Twin in a while, but here we go.
All right, Splinter Twin you.
Yep.
All right. Well, that game, I don't know if that game went the way we thought it would.
I agree. I thought I knew it'd slow down post board, but I felt like, Keenan just had the draw for the quick combo, and Mason's hand was a little weak, was forced to path the Deceiver Exarch kind of early.
Yeah, I don't think Mason made any mistakes that game. It's just Keenan just had the cards.
One important thing to note is that when he tapped his white source, Mason needed to path then because he didn't have another white source in hand. So if he just, says, okay, my white source is tapped, I play a Ghost Quarter, he could have gotten tricky. He could have, because he had double quarter, he could have quartered his own land for a Plains and then path if he went for the Kiki Jiki. But all in all, I think he made the right play, and it just didn't work out for him.
Yeah. So let's see. What do we see in the sideboards there? So Keenan definitely brought in some number of these Wear Tears.
Yes.
And the timely reinforcements.
Yep. About what we expected, and Is It Staticaster is an obvious include to me.
Yeah, Is It Staticaster an all-star?
How do you feel about this Settle the Wreckage? You think that came in?
I think so. I think game 1, for me, if I'm Keenan's spot, was terrifying. If we don't have a way to deal with this Oketra's Monument, the game gets to that point and you can just never come back. So I think you need a stabilization card. And, yeah, it stinks to give Mason a bunch of lands, but I think you just have to have that effect.
How many planes are in Mason's deck?
Oh, let's see. Mason has a 7.
Seven
Yeah,
planes.
so it's just
So
whatever.
he's drawing spells after you settle him every time anyway. He's gonna if he has a monument in play, and you settle him, you buy 1 turn.
I think you need to. Staticaster's a great cleanup card though, but like I just don't know if it's enough. And he has paths. Like I think Mason's paths are pretty taxed these games.
Yes.
So I don't think you're really able to path the is it Staticaster? Although it is close. So
yeah, it's a hard card to beat.
And if you're Keenan, you probably fist pump when your Staticaster gets pathed after it's already dealt with a bunch of tokens probably. So this guy's going to get ready here for a third and deciding.
Is a mulligan from Keenan.
Yep.
6-lander with a cryptic command. Mason also taking a mulligan.
Yeah, not great.
So we're going to have a couple 6s here.
Who does that favor? Is that really a question for you? I think Mason's deck's better.
Oh, Mason's way better with mulligans. Mason would love if both players mulligan to
like 3.
Because if Mason has land Squadron Hawk, he's overjoyed.
He's 7 cards. Yeah, we're rolling.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, both these guys at 4-0 doesn't surprise me either. Keenan's one of the better players that I've seen and that I've played against, and he's super proficient on these control-y / mid-range decks. He typically plays a lot of Valakut, which was strange to me that he didn't play that today when I assumed Jund would see an uptick. Maybe that matchup's bad, and he just said, you know what, I just want to play this Kiki deck.
Can you take Mason's deck and remove the red and go blue and run like an old style like Cawblade and run like Trophy Mage to go get your 3-drop swords? Is that too?
I think
it's
too
cute?
Much. Yeah, I think he shuts off like Culligan's commands and cards like that basically with his deck.
Sure.
Oh, Ketra's Monument.
Yeah.
This is the same one that saw Standard play, right? Was it Ketra's Monument?
Yes.
All right. Speaking of Standard play.
Standard play All-Star, Thraben Inspector.
Thraben Inspector, and he has Ketra's Monument.
For a while there, people thought it should be banned.
Thraben Inspector, man?
Yeah.
Come on. Toughen up, everybody.
Right?
Everybody needs to toughen up and stop claiming for bans.
It was when Reflector Mage was like banned. It was like the
fine.
blue-white mid-range deck was too good.
You remember this deck actually played? Did it play Reflector Mage with Oketra's Monument? I don't remember if that was still a thing.
There was a blue-white one that did. Yeah.
I remember that deck was really good the first week. Actually, we played a team event, you and I.
Yes, we did.
And that was pretty crazy stuff.
Turn 2 Selfless Spirit, definitely good for Mason.
Yeah, and it looks like, what do we got? Oh,
Wall of Omens. Okay.
Yeah, can you just kind of trying to accelerate here?
Seems good. I mean, Mason's clock isn't the most insane, and on a mold of 6, I would expect it to be a little bit slower.
So that's not good for Keenan right there.
Yeah, Monument is tough to see.
So 18, and Mason's down to 18 as well, down to 16.
He does have Path, and he already has a Kiki in his hand. And if he needs to, at some point, he can deploy Kiki and start blinking the Wall of Aim, or copying the Wall of Omens to try to get some value.
Yeah, it looks like Mason's down to 2 cards. I think one's the Angel, what's the card? Angel of Invention is the one. So he doesn't have like a lot of juice still in the tank.
Again, really heads-up play from Keenan. Goes for the Bolt on the sorcery speed. Mason is tapped out. He knows that White Mane Lion is a card and does not want to allow that Selfless Spirit to be stuck on the field.
Yeah, and this is just... This Wall of Omens is going to do a lot of duty on blocking.
Yep. Keenan snap block.
I like it. I like the chump check.
Yep.
2 Kikis.
Oh, wow.
Really great deck building there.
Yeah, I mean, definitely firing one off now. And he has Snap Bolt as an option, also with a Path.
Yeah, I think Keenan's actually in a pretty solid spot. So, are you pathing this?
How do you feel about responding? Oh, he wants to blink himself. Yep.
Yeah, I think you have to kill this. Yeah, in response. Yes. That's very good for Keenan. Yeah, I think Keenan's actually in a really good spot at this point in the game.
That, to me, also was just a little aggressive from Mason, I think. And I'm not sure that he needed to pull the trigger there.
Okay. You just think he needs to wait around a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, he could have. If he drew a card, another Selfless Spirit. Oh, he's just got a Ranger. An Angel of Invention. Okay, so another standard All-Star here. Fabricate 2. Yep. So 2-1 by default.
So that made some... oh, that's really good for Keenan, though. Pathing, that's very good. So Angel of Invention, we'll bring that card up. If you guys aren't standard players, you're probably not really too familiar with this card. This card I've died to probably more times than anybody in this channel.
God Pharaoh's Gift All-Star card.
So we're going to pull this up on screen here for you real quick. So you can see what this card does is, and he fabricated the 2 to make 2 1/1s, and other creatures get +1/+1. Pretty good with the Goblin here, the Reckless Bushwhacker.
Yeah, so
sweet combo.
Keenan did block the Thraben with the Snapcaster Mage, got his value out of it. I think we're going to see a Kiki Jiki come down and start making copies of all of Omens.
Yeah, and Kiki's just a blocker against this board. It just blocks everything at this point, right?
Yeah.
Gets a free block in, and then gets to get some value. So we get to block 2 things, and then draw a card here. Yeah. So it's pretty solid here for Keenan, I think.
Mason doesn't have an answer to this Kiki.
He's got 1 card left. Did you catch what it was?
Mason, I think, has 2 cards left.
Okay.
Yeah. One's a Bushwhacker, and I think the other one is a Conquistador.
Looks that way.
If it is, I mean, that's 3 more cards.
Ghost Quarter. Mason's hand's not too bad, actually.
Ghost Quarter is not the end of the world. If you take off a red source, it leads him off triple blue or triple red.
Yes, and he doesn't have another mountain. Is that correct?
That is correct. He only has 1 mountain in his deck.
Okay. And now, if Mason wasn't hip to this now he knows there's no more mountain, which is good.
Yep.
I don't think it's. I think it's fair to assume that Keenan does have more mountains. So Keenan, knowing now is good.
Keenan should get planes here, I think, if you want to rep a path.
I think he's looking for
Actually,
one.
he has a planes in his hand. His planes is in his hand.
Oh, boy.
That's always the worst. When you want to go get the basic to represent a spell, and you can't.
It does not feel good.
Yeah.
Now, Mason's doing some thinking here. I think this Kiki Jiki Wall of Omens is going to be pretty good, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a Conquistador. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's so good.
It's a lot to power through, though, still, even for Mason, though, at this point. Yeah, just draw 3. 3 mana draw 3.
Draw 3, yeah. 2 mana.
2 mana, excuse me, because of the monument.
2 mana, make a 3/3. Draw 3.
Boy, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Put another one in play.
Just keep making tokens.
And then he has this Bushwhacker to seal it up.
All right, so we're making a copy of all moments.
Electrolyze. So Keenan's taking 3 here, is that right? Down to 14?
I think he took 2.
He's down to 14.
Okay.
There's a lightning bolt.
Electrolyze and...
Lightning bolt?
And bolt. Bolt seem good.
Here's this electrolyze. Trying to go for a combo, basically, at this point. Zap, zap.
Draw some extra cards here.
What's that? Silverfall? Looks like it. Keenan also is notorious for riffling through his cards very quickly.
It could be a Field of Ruin.
Oh, it might have been a field.
He does have 2 in his list.
Okay.
Our stream quality looks good at the moment. I'm sorry if you're dropping frames. You might want to restart your stream. Twitch, I know, has been having some issues with their streaming servers. But everything looks green on our side at the moment.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
So Bushwhacker here does represent a lot of damage.
I didn't see what that was.
One thing is interesting is that, no, I guess it doesn't change anything.
It is a Field of Ruin. Yep, we confirm that's a Field of Ruin there. Here comes the Bushwhacker.
Can Keenan survive this turn?
Hard for me to say. He has 1 bolt, and he has 2 blockers.
It does not look like he can. He needs to hit a path here, probably.
What's that?
That was
a
a
Resto Angel?
Oh,
that's no good. Can you survive
if
1 turn?
If he survives 1 turn, he can win. That's 8.
I think it's 14 exactly, actually. I think it's 15.
8.
I can bolt 1.
12.
Double block.
He blocks 2.
So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and this is 15, I believe, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be enough. Keenan just like 1 turn too late on the Resto Angel.
Yeah, if that card was a path or something, he'd be in good shape.
And Mason was very patient with this Bushwhacker.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're going to go ahead and put that card upside down there, guys, is a copy of that Wall of Omens. Kind of, we're representing it. I'm very thankful for that for those guys. And even if Keenan bolts a 3-power creature, I think he's still just dead almost exactly. Yeah, I think everybody's doing the math.
Everybody's double checking the math.
I think Keenan's just dead. Yep, dead.
Yep.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah, he was just dead next turn.
Yeah.
Mason was just dead. So.
Yeah. Oh, he did have a path.
He found one. Oh, he did have a path.
And he had a wide open.
Okay.
So, yep.
All right. Well.
So he had the answer.
Really well played game. Yeah. Good game from both of those guys there.
Mason given the good guide.